Hi guys, I've gotten a few questions about this very recently, and I'm having to answer this question on the forums a lot. So I figured I'd just make a video and explain to you how airsoft guns actually shoot in semi-auto. So what controls this is a little piece under the sector gear called the cutoff lever. It's this little guy right here. So the cutoff lever is attached to this small spring in your selector plate. So your select fire on the outside of your body will move the selector plate back or forward. All the way forward engages the safety latch right there, which will physically stop the trigger from moving. As you can see, I can't pull it. In the middle is semi-automatic, which engages the cutoff lever. And in the end, disengages the cutoff lever, which leads to fully automatic. So I'll flip this back around, and that's annoying. 1 second. My trigger spring fell out when I flipped it, so I'm just going to fix that quick because that gets really, really annoying. I'm trying to do this as quick as I can, but alright, there we go. So, sorry about that. Here we have again. So this is the safety latch, the trigger with trigger spring, just your trigger box, your contacts. A lot of people call out a lot of different things. This is your trolley, and this is your cutoff lever. Now when you put your sector gear in, on the bottom of your sector gear, there are these two latches. Well, I have two because it's a dual sector gear, but most will only have one. I turn to the side, you can see how that comes out from just like a circle, and now it's coming out some. You can't really, I'm not focusing on it. But there's, oh, there you can see it in the light. See that little point that's poking out of the center? That contacts the cutoff lever and pushes it upward. Pushing the cutoff lever upward takes the cutoff arm and attaches it to the trolley, which brings the trolley, which is this piece right here, off of the contacts. So when you pull the trigger, notice how the contacts meet? That's what sends the current through your gun. Why is it doing that? Oh, my trigger spring. Alright, you know what? My trigger spring fell again, but I'm just going to get rid of it because it's making this more difficult and it doesn't need to do anything. So, sorry about that again. When you pull your trigger, your contacts meet. See how they're touching? That completes the circuit, and the electricity is sent through from your battery through your wires to your motor, which starts to turn and pull your gears. Now once your gears are pulling, they move. And if your gun is in semi-automatic, the cutoff lever is in position. It's not being moved out of the way. When it's in position, it's in the way of that little latch on the sector gear. So the sector gear will grab it and push it up. See how you heard it click? See how I'm still holding trigger down, but they are no longer contacting? That means the electrical current stops flowing and your motor stops turning and your gun stops shooting. When you let go of the trigger, so then the gear will stop turning. When you let go of the trigger, it all resets. You can pull it again. Now it's going to start flowing again. Your motor starts turning. That's shot 2. See how it came off? Now shot 2 is over. Everything stops. You can reset. And when you're in fully automatic, I'm just going to move the selector plate to imitate fully automatic. Your cutoff lever is no longer in the way of the sector gear, so it does not meet. So you pull the trigger, and it just keeps spinning. See how it's not making that clicking noise anymore after one rotation? So that is how you make your gun. Well, that is how your gun shoots semi-automatic instead of just always shooting fully automatic. Hope this helps you guys understand, because I'm getting a lot of questions about guns not shooting semi-automatic properly. And now that you understand the system of why it does shoot semi-automatic, those are all the pieces that would control semi-auto versus full auto. So if your problem is that your gun is always shooting full auto, or there's a semi-auto problem, there's a very good chance it has something to do with one of the pieces I showed you. Hope this helps, guys.